look at what life after prison may be like for O.J. Simpson. He'll soon walk free after almost 9 years behind bars. We'll speak with two of his friends. They're standing by here in just a moment live. ABC's Victor Oquendo, though, first in Florida, where O.J. may try to relocate when he goes free. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, David. By all accounts, this is where O.J. Simpson will end up if he's allowed to relocate from Nevada. He's lived in Florida before. His kids now live in the Tampa-St. Pete area. And we're hearing from his former manager, who says that come October, Simpson will be right here.
This morning, the state of Florida is preparing for the possible return of O.J. Simpson. His former manager telling ABC News he thinks Simpson wants to live near those closest to him.
I think he's going to come to the Tampa area. A lot of his friends are in Tampa. I'm in Tampa. His kids are here.
Simpson is no stranger to the Sunshine State. He lived here for about 10 years, soaking in the sun and a lot of time on the links, but so far his attorney not commenting on where he will head once he's released from Lovelock Correctional Center.
Mr. Simpson has plenty of options, okay? He has plenty of options.
In order to qualify for an interstate transfer to Florida, he would first have to establish that he has a support system in the area. The Florida Department of Corrections saying in a statement, as is the case with any offender who transfers under this routine procedure, he will be assigned to a Florida probation officer and will be supervised in accordance with the conditions of his parole. After Thursday's hearing, Simpson's youngest son, Justin, was spotted going to the gym in St. Petersburg, Florida. He had nothing to say about his father's parole. Father and son reportedly not on speaking terms. Justin and his sister Sydney were raised in South Florida after their father's acquittal on murder charges of their mother. During Simpson's decade in Miami, he had trouble laying low. During a 1999 blow-up with ex-girlfriend Christy Brody, Simpson called 911 himself.
Where's your emergency? We have a problem here. I'm trying to get a girl to go to rehab. We've been doing drugs for 2 days.
And in 2001, Simpson faced charges after a road rage incident. The home he bought in 2000 fell into foreclosure during Simpson's 9-year incarceration and is now on the market. But wherever Simpson ends up, he'll have a nice cushion. His NFL pension of $25,000 a month has been growing in an account, and his retirement account with the Screen Actors Guild could now be worth millions.
And the probation rules are very strict. Simpson will be subject to random drug and alcohol testing, as well as random searches. Any violations, he'll end up right back in Nevada. David?
All right, Victor, our thanks to you this morning. Meantime, two of Simpson's friends are joining us now live. Dr. Henry Johnson from Miami and Tom Scotto from Reno. Gentlemen, good to have you both. Dr. Johnson, I wanted to start with you if I could. I know that you visited Simpson just a few weeks back. What was his mood, and did he sense this was coming?
Well, he had a pretty positive mood. He was optimistic. Nevertheless, he was realistic. He knew that his fate was in the hands of the parole board. And he's done his best to serve his time honorably, and I believe he has. I've been to the prison to visit with him at least a half a dozen times. And most times that I see him there, he's very upbeat. The guy is almost serene. He's weirdly, he's inspiring because, you know, a guy that's lost everything from a castle to a cage, the guy can maintain some positivity, and he's respected in the prison. He was respected by the guards. He's respected by other inmates.
Do you think he learned anything while he was in prison?
Well, obviously, we all learn something day to day. I mean, O.J. has a Christian base. He's Christian, and he's got a chance to ponder about his mistakes that he's made in the past. And I know he's grown as a 70-year-old man. Doctor, I want to bring in Tom here. Tom, I know you were at the hearing with Simpson's sister and his daughter. You witnessed the moment. What can you tell us about O.J. Simpson's life come October? Where does he plan to live?
Well, he's going to go to Florida. There's several options, actually. I heard somebody say he's going to go to Tampa, but he's not going to go to Tampa. But we have several options we're talking about. We first have to go to Florida, report to the parole board, I'm sure. And then from there, we're going to go visit his sister in California. We're going to do a road trip. He wants to visit all the people that died while he was in prison, pay his respects. He wants to visit his daughter's grave. He wants to visit Nicole's grave, and that we're just going to spend time with family out there.
He's going to visit Nicole's grave?
Yes.
And you had said at one point that he might live with you for a time until he can figure out where he's in fact going to live. You see that as a possibility?
But that's, you know, we're talking about several options. We're not really sure yet. And, you know, I really can't disclose that right now, but there's several options that we have.
But
he has many options.
But it's your guess he will, in fact, end up in Florida. And Dr. Johnson, before we go, I just wanted to ask you about some of the criticism from some who were watching, who were expecting O.J. Simpson to be more contrite. How did you find him watching?
Well, once again, I think O.J. is a very strong man. O.J. still believes in his innocence, as well as he's got plenty of followers, including me, that believe that he was unjustly found guilty of liability of Ron Goldman's death and Nicole's death. Is a shame. We feel very, very sad that we've lost those two people. As a matter of fact, Americans have we've lost compassion for each other as diverse ethnic groups. America's strength is based on its diversity, and we need to come back together and unite this country so it can remain strong.
Dr. Henry Johnson, Tom Scotto, we appreciate your time this morning. I know you were grateful for what you heard yesterday. Thanks to you both.
I just, can I have like 30 seconds?
Tom, we have just a few seconds left. Do you want the last word?
Okay. I just want to say I'm doing this interview, but ABC has acted very irresponsible in their actions on putting on victims, so-called victims, knowing telling lies. And I think it's very irresponsible of ABC to do that.
All right, Tom, we
Santina
appreciate
knew.
you. We appreciate you. We gave you the final word there.